Good afternoon. My name is Małgorzata Kruczek, and today I would love to talk to you about one very important thing. I think one of the most important thing in our daily life, which is food. And the reason why I'm just talking about it is because I'm really absolutely deeply concerned about the food which we do eat at the moment in 21st century, or about more politics involved in this, really, to be honest, because most of the time, when we go to the shop and buy stuff, buy products, we think we are buying strawberries, but actually we don't buy strawberries most of the time because those strawberries been genetically modified. These strawberries been processed. These strawberries been undergoing extraordinary treatments to make sure they don't, get broken after, a few days exposing on the shelves. So they're full of artificial stuff. They're full of pesticides. They're full of something which is far away from strawberries. And later, when we eat the strawberries, of course, this looks like a strawberry. Doesn't it? It's not a strawberry anymore. But later, we are going and buying different stuff. We are going and buying raspberries. We are going and buying potatoes. We are going and buying tomatoes. We are going and buying some additional stuff. And after a few years of eating stuff which we physically don't know where they are actually coming from, we are surprised that we are starting feeling unwell. And I would like to urge you actually to look what are you eating, because somebody really very clever one day said, we are what we eat, and this is absolutely true. And I was so blessed as a child to grow up, to born and grow up, in a little village where physically we've been eating very simple food, and this food was perhaps the most beautiful food ever. It was organic food grown, on the fields, and we, me and my sisters, we normally been looking after those trees as well as my parents. So we just been able to go outside and pick up, apples from the trees and eat them. We were able to go and pick up strawberries from the bushes and eat them. We were able to go and pick up blackberries from the bushes and eat them. We were able just to see the beautiful part of growing our own vegetables and fruits, and we were able to taste. And it's funny because now as a mom I can see how important it is for our own kids just to be able to understand that fruits are coming. Where are fruits coming from? They don't grow in the market. They don't grow in the shops. And sometimes you can see children, who don't know where certain things are coming from. I think it's so important and so actually ashamed in one way that we don't educate our kids. We don't, as well as we don't eat a good diet. Sometimes people always say, organic food is very expensive, and I actually don't agree with this, because when I was a child, I must say this, and I didn't look at this from this corner, but now I can see this wiseness, this smart approach. Really, I can see that it's so beautiful. You've been not eating processed food. You've been eating very simple meals, which were prepared normally on daily basis, and this food was just delicious. I can't forget the taste of homemade bread. I can't forget the taste of the soup which my granny used to make, and the people at this time, like 50 years ago, or even 30 years ago, didn't have so much money. Most of the people were quite poor, so it is not the case that people 50 or 30 years ago were very rich. So now when somebody say to me, going on full organic diet is expensive. I don't agree with this because it is your choice actually at the end of the day. If you are buying chicken, which you know it is chicken and a few days or weeks ago it was still running, on the farm, and you are eating this chicken, so you know at least you are eating chicken. And if you are buying something in the market which doesn't even look like chicken, and I am really concerned about certain things because people don't pay too much attention to the food what they cook, and later they're really surprised. They are getting ill. Now it shouldn't be surprised. If you are eating rubbish food, you will be ill, and this is very important. And as well, it's very important just to realize that cooking doesn't need to be complicated. Can be very very easy. I do cook all my meal from scratch, and it's just so nice just to celebrate the cooking. Doing cooking, and people just saying people like 30, 50, or even more years ago they weren't so busy. They were busy. They were very busy because if you think about one thing, how much time you needed to spend to make bread, or how much you've been spending time to create meal, or how much time you've been spending time to produce your own food. You will look at this from different corner, okay? Now today people are getting very lazy, and I think um, it's no. I think people shouldn't blame anybody for anything really. They should look at themselves first and just see where we are going with our way of eating, because it's definitely not going to the right direction really, unless we are going to take the initiative and we are going to starting looking at the products or growing our own products, or um, find organic farm when you can go and just buy other products, and you'll be surprised after, especially I think, a month or even 2 months, that you are spending less money on organic stuff than you've been spending before, because your taste will change, and you will not actually feel um, in the urge of eating a processed food, like I did find, after eating organic stuff, and after when I was actually cooking everything from scratch and stopping eating sugar. This is so important. And why I stopped eating sugar, it was kind of purely for experiment, really. And because I just didn't know where my eating problem was coming from to start with, and by cutting eating sugar, by completely eliminating sugar out of my diet, I just realized that this was the key, this was the problem. But having said this, it's not only about sugar really, because it's all about products which they are processed, which they've got so much preserved about the product, which they've got so much stuff inside which keep this product, lasting on the shelves, for example, for a few months or even years. So if you look back, for example, if you do a cake at home by yourself from scratch, you will see that this cake will get bad, having bad taste or moldy, after 3 or 4 days. You're buying cake from the shop, biscuits, and they don't, nothing happened to them for a few months. Okay, so just think about this. What must be added inside these cakes or biscuits or anything really to last them for months or years? Okay, this is shocking. This is shocking, if you think about it. And when you're starting actually eating healthy, when you're starting actually understanding the importance of eating healthy, and starting understanding what is actually in the food which you are buying from the shop, it is scary in one way. And I notice for myself, I am much calmer now, I'm much happier now. My body, first time in life, I feel like it's feeling clean. uh, I know, because I was, treating my body, for a very long time, not like a rubbish bin really in one way, because I was thinking I was eating quite healthy. But eating healthy means really eating actually pure organic food. This is eating healthy. And people just need to understand this, because when you are actually having the right diet and you are eating food from known source and you are cooking this from scratch, you will have completely different feeling about yourself, and your body will feel different, And I couldn't actually say this if I didn't uh, took myself for this. It's like an experiment. This is the way of living for me. But if I didn't try, okay. So people who are skeptic about it, who just don't believe, I will leave them the way they are. I'm not here just to encourage people or change their way of thinking. I just want to tell you that life without sugar is much, much sweeter and healthier, and eating food which which is coming from is brilliant as well. And I personally believe if people would change the way of eating and they would actually know what they're eating, this would definitely solve 95% of health issues of our generation, especially of generation of our kids as well. So I would like to leave this 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 conversation with you. I just want you to think about it, and just if you feel like you would like to change, just implement those changes in your life. And because I personally think it is actually completely transforming my life and my family as well. And this is so, so important for me. And if you have got any questions or any comments, you're more than happy just to share those comments, and I would be more than happy to answer your questions if you have got as well. So thank you so much for watching. I wish you a beautiful evening, and God bless and take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.